What kind of mistake are you making? Are you smoking even though you told yourself for the 1,000th time you're not going to smoke anymore? Are you eating that piece of cake even though you know you said you were going to be done with the sugar? Are you staying up late when you said you wanted to go to sleep on time so you can wake up early? What mistake are you making over and over and over again? What are you beating yourself up over? Because everything I just mentioned, that's exactly what I used to beat myself up over. All the time. Smoke all the time. Always ate the sweets. I literally would eat an entire pie in one sitting. And I always stayed up late and could not wake up when I wanted to wake up. I always repeat the same thing, and I always felt bad for doing it because I knew I wanted to be doing more, because I have an ambition inside of me. I know I want to be successful in life. I know I want to grow, and I want to be better than I am yesterday, than I was yesterday. But it was so hard for me to do that stuff when I kept repeating the same things I knew I shouldn't be doing. Until I realized there is a reason why I kept repeating the same mistake. Once I made that realization, I was able to stop the cycle from perpetuating itself. And if you're in this situation where you're still doing the same things over and over and over again, and you don't know why, and maybe you've done a lot of hunting, maybe you've watched every single video you can get your hands on, and nothing has worked for you, this video might be the one for you. I might have the mindset you need, the one mindset you need to change every single thing, and to be so much better than what you're doing right now. To stop making the same mistakes, and to start carving your own path of growth and success. This might be the video for you. So, before I get into the mindset I want to give you, and the tools that will help you stop making the same mistakes over and over and over again, who am I? My name is Faith, and my goal is to help entrepreneurs, creators, and high achievers reach their goals by teaching you how to take action, stay consistent, and make your goals happen. Alright? Now, what is this mindset that will help you stop making the same mistakes over and over and over again? Before I tell you that, let me just make a warning or a disclaimer, that while this mindset will work, do not think it's going to be 100% effective. Sometimes you are just nothing's going to work for you, and you will do the bad habit. That's okay. My goal is to help you drastically cut the bad things you do, the things you don't want to do anymore, to 20% of the time. Whereas 80% of the time, you're doing good. Because if you're doing good 80% of the time, and you match it 20% of the time, are you going to feel guilty? You're not. Because most of the time, you're doing right. Most of the time, you're doing right. So it does not matter if you slip up. So what this mindset will do is it will make the times you do slip up no sweat off your back. Because you know you're doing great. You know you're on the right course the majority of the time. Alright, so what is this mindset? Think about this. You have one brain, right? So does that mean you have one mind? No. You have many minds inside of you. But for the sake of this mindset, let's just say you have two. You have you, your mind, the person who's understanding what I'm saying, the person who clicked this video, the person who's thinking conscious thoughts, you. That's your mind. But there's a second mind. This is your primal mind. This is the mind that was here before you even came around. This is your instinct. This is your subconscious. This is the ancestor part of you back 1,000 years ago, okay? That mind is still inside of you. So you have two minds. And one mind works a lot faster, it's a lot stronger, it's a lot trickier than the other mind. And unfortunately, it's not you. You're not the fast one. You're not the powerful one. You're not the tricky one. The second mind is. The primal mind. And when you do those bad mistakes, it's not you who's doing it, it's your primal self who's tricked you into thinking that's you. So if you can stop this primal mind from taking over you, you won't be making the same mistakes anymore. And the only way to stop this primal side of you from taking over, because you're not going to do it through sheer discipline. You're not going to do it through willpower. You're not going to do it through just saying it's not going to happen. Because have you tried that? You have. And has it worked? It hasn't. So we got to think about something different. How can we stop this voice, this mind from taking us over? By separating from it. By realizing there's two minds. You and the primal mind. Now this primal force, it wants instant gratification. It wants pleasure right now. That's why it says sleep in late, eat the cake, smoke, because those things are pleasurable, because they're easy. If you said no to smoking, no to eating the cake, and you made yourself go to sleep, you wouldn't feel good. That's boring. You get no reward. You get no pleasure. You get pleasure from smoking a blunt. You get no pleasure from saying no. You get pleasure, immediate pleasure from eating a cake. You literally get nothing when you say no. You get pleasure swiping on your phones a little bit longer, but no pleasure from just telling yourself, I'm going to go to bed. And that's what your primal side wants. The pleasure. That's what it wants, and it's always going to seek that. And so when you're telling yourself, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do this. That's you who's saying it. But the voice is saying, I want this, I want this, I want this, and urging you. That's the primal side that you think is you. It's not you. And when you can finally separate yourself from that primal side, you can finally see it as something outside of you and say, wait, that's not what I want. I'm not gonna do that. And you'll be in control. So how do you separate yourself from this primal side? By giving it a name and a face. Now, I call this side Angel because it's honestly instant gratification that gets me. It's always the pleasure I want. So I named it Angel as a short form of instant gratification. And I envision Angel as this little guy. I'll have him pop up right here or right here. I'm not sure where, but I have him pop up as that guy. So when I'm facing temptations and cravings, and I'm hearing a voice that says, you should stay up late, you should smoke, you should eat donuts. Sometimes I do get sucked in, but if I do, I realize, wait a second, this is Angel talking to me. Angel is trying to trick me. He's literally putting a freaking a cake in front of my face and trying to get me to do it. Wow, Angel, you really thought you gonna get me? You almost had me. I'm gonna cap. You almost had me, but I understand what's happening right now, and I'm not gonna let you do that. Like, you see how I just changed? I'm literally having a conversation with Angel. And I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, if you want to be in control, you gotta have a little bit crazy, you know? Like, you gotta do something outside the norm, because most people will tell you these strategies that don't work. But if you can use your imagination and literally envision that primal side of you as a villain trying to stop you from doing what you want to do, it'll be easier for you to resist it, because now it's not a part of you anymore. If you can envision that voice that's telling you to stay up late, or to skip the gym, or to watch more TV, or to waste time as some demonic angel who just wants you to suffer in the long term, in the future, it will be easier for you to say, whoa, big fella, we're not doing that. We're not going to do that. We're going to do this instead, and then get to work. Now, obviously, if Angel or this picture of him doesn't help, then you can definitely make up your own name of this side of you and come up with an image of it. And so when you have this picture and this name, practice, whenever you're feeling those cravings, practice imagining that figure being the voice behind it. Like, see if you can see it. Imagine it. Imagine that voice telling you, and then tell it no, because that's not what I want. You're saying that, but you're not me. I don't want to follow your advice. Now, what are some tools you can use to really get this settled in? One thing is just awareness, right? You have to be aware of when you're having those cravings and temptations. And that means you have to start paying attention. Like, when you're having those cravings, what thoughts are going through your head? Write that down. What feelings are you feeling? Write that down. Are you moving your hands? Are you feeling jittery? Like, write everything down you're feeling when you're feeling the temptation. Everything you're feeling and thinking. Now, look over that and realize that is your primal side talking. That is Angel talking. Those are traps. So next time you hear that voice, next time you feel that feeling, you can say, oh wait, I know what this is. It's Angel trying to lure me. Let me see him for what he is and say, no, I'm not going to do that. Another tool is to recognize that just seeing the thing can trigger that instant gratification side, that can trigger Angel. So if you want to make it easier on yourself, not even have to fight Angel, all you gotta do is get rid of the thing that's tempting you. Get rid of the blunt, get rid of the cake, and get rid of your phone. It's time to go to sleep, you feel me? And that way it'll be easier for you to do what you have to do, because when there's no cue, when there's no phone, when there's no cake, when there's no weed, it's easier if you not think about it and to do what needs to get done. Alright, so try to get the thing that's tempting you away from you. But if you can't get it away from you, then you can always remember that the side of you that wants those things is not you. It's Angel. It's a primal side. It's whatever you want to call it. Separate yourself from it and tell it, no, I'm not gonna do it. Use your imagination. And that's really all the tools I have for you. Those two will do wonders for you. I would do more, but I feel like that'll make this video way too long, and I don't want to make it too long. I'm at 11 minutes right now. So I feel like after I edit it, it'll be like 8 or 9, hopefully. So I'm going to cut the video short here. But comment below and let me know what you thought about this. Does this mindset help you? And if it does, let me know, what are you going to name that side to you? Or are you going to keep it Angel? Let me know. Let's have a conversation. If you liked the video, I don't know if I said it, but give it a thumbs up. And if you got this far and you have not subscribed yet, go and subscribe, support your girl out. Let me feel that love. And as always, remember, take action, stay consistent. It could always happen. And I will see you later.